The Lady Trojans have vaulted to the top of the KMAC standings, coming off a huge week in conference play, but the Lady Freddies can shake up the league if they remain hot on the hardwood, and we have got the top two scorers in the conference going head-to-head tonight in a big-time rivalry game. It is the Freddie-burg showdown, streaming exclusively on the OH.REPORT, anywhere the internet can be found, and it's all coming at ya next. We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skowronski, and let's make you a part of the game.
Need a construction team that can do it all? Bo Lacey Construction delivers experience you can trust, done right on time, with free estimates and special financing offered for roofing, siding, gutters, windows, bathrooms, decks, to the highest standards of excellence, quality, and knowledge in the industry. Bring your next project to life with Bo Lacey Construction. Morrill County Hospital, along with Ohio Health, is the official sports medicine provider of Mount Gilead High School. Available 24/7 to care for your athlete, with same-day appointment options available. They keep your athletes healthy and in the game. Morrill County Hospital and Ohio Health are proud to partner with Mount Gilead High School to provide a healthier community, serving teams, parents, and all of Morrill County.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside of the Freddies Nest, where we've got the two hottest teams in the KMAC about ready to clash. Centerburg looking to stay on top of the league, while the Freddies are trying to stay in the league title race. I am Brian Skowronski, and I have got a special guest with me here tonight, Tim Maceyko here in the house. And this arguably probably the best rivalry the KMAC has to offer, and with a lot of juice on the line here tonight, this is a pretty special matchup this late in the season.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. I mean, the Freddies, it's been 4 seasons since Centerburg actually beat the Freddies, believe it or not. You have to go back 5 seasons ago, but this year the Centerburg has been putting it on people, that 1-3-1, and I'm watching out here in the warm-up, though, and we see Jill Boughton's back on the court.
I know.
And so she's playing tonight. That really changes some dynamics. I'm excited about that. I haven't seen her all year.
Yeah, what a big lift the senior could provide here tonight. But they're up against it. Really tough opponent, of course, and the Lady Trojans, they got 2 really dynamic scorers when you look at the likes of Larimore and Shepard. And this team, winners of 10 of their last 11, including 2 huge dubs last week when they really needed them against Cardington. So you got to imagine they're really humming into the game, feeling like nothing can get in their way or knock them down. A lot of confidence.
Yeah, you know, they're sitting on top of the league, and I actually went to that Cardington game last week and got to watch them play, and boy, they give some energy. They get after you, and that 1-3-1 will do that to a team. It makes you want to play and be aggressive, and they do it well. And Kayla Larimore on top of that thing, boy, she can create some havoc, get some turnover points.
What a segue. He's a pro already. That is our player spotlight here tonight. The league's leading scorer. She's got great size. She's really poised. And as a junior, you can tell she's the team leader out there they're looking for on offense, and why not? She's got the skill set from shoot it from long range. She can drive, and definitely when she gets it down on the block, I mean, she's pretty much lights out.
Yeah, you said it all. I have nothing but high praise for that young lady, and I knew that a couple of years ago when I was coaching against her. From early on, you could just see she had those intangibles, and she has a desire. She's going to come hard.
On the other side, for the Lady Freddies, playing some really good basketball themselves, winners of 3 straight. And as we talked about, they could really shake up the league with a big win here tonight. And what's probably most fun is that they get the same Centerburg team twice over the next 9 days. So a win here tonight, I mean, and then everything's on the table for them.
Yeah, you know, Centerburg has got 2 losses. Fredericktown has 4 losses. So if they happen to beat them twice, wow.
Yeah, would be absolutely mammoth. But it all starts here tonight in this game. And that young lady right there, she might just be a sophomore, but Ella Boughton could just be the key for Fredericktown to come out on top tonight. I mean, she's really had to play a significant role with her big sister out this season, and this is another kid. She's pretty dynamic. She can shoot the 3. She can handle if she needs to.
Yeah.
And then you look at the assist total. As a sophomore, this is a girl. She's starting to become a playmaker.
Yeah, you know, as a freshman, we talked about this before we came on air. Last year, she was the catalyst for us to Centerburg to lose to Fredericktown because of Ella's play. So the key tonight is, can she do that again? Because they're going to need her, or Centerburg's going to, you know, they got some horses. And so you need Ella Boughton to step up tonight, and I think she's capable. We'll see how it plays out.
And their first-year head coach, Jared Pryor, just spoke with our Emma Bell. We'll throw her down to the sideline, see what Coach has to say ahead of this big-time rivalry contest.
Fredericktown coach Jared is with us. Obviously, you guys won 3 big games last week. How does it feel, and what have been some of the improvements you've seen your team make?
You know, it feels really good. We lost a couple close games early in the season, so winning 3 in a row is huge. Just some improvements. I think that we're just coming together as a team and starting to play inside out, buying in on defense, and like I said, just coming together as a team and finishing games.
Kayla Larimore is obviously Centerburg's one of their best shooters. What is your guys' strategy to slow her down?
You know, just team effort. We got to know where she is at all time. We have to rebound, make sure she doesn't get any offensive rebounds. We got to limit turnovers. She's really good in transition, so as long as we take care of the ball, then we limit some of her chances to get out and run.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck tonight. Back to you, Brian.
All right, thank you, Emma and Coach, for the time. And obviously he had huge shoes to fill taking over this program this season, and Jared's done a really nice job. And it seems like this team, as the season's gone along, they've gotten a lot better.
Oh, yeah. He's done a nice job. It's a very talented group of kids here, and you just got to keep coaching them up, because I believe that they have all the elements they need to make a lot of noise, not only this year, but next year, because you only have that one senior on the roster. So
Sure.
for the next couple of years, Fredericktown's going to be playing at the top of the league, I would imagine.
We'll now pause for the playing of our national anthem. Time for the Star Spangled Banner. Always one of the more special parts of the night because every player and coach and even fan takes it in their own way. I look down at Centerburg's side. Larimore's got her eyes closed. You could tell it's kind of like a spiritual part of the entire thing for her. Looking over Fredericktown, all the girls touching one another and then, trying to get that camaraderie and that team spirit going.
Yeah, I love that. I love it.
Let's go ahead and take a look real quick at the KMAC standings as they look today, and you see Centerburg, the two big wins over Cardington Lincoln last week. They're all alone atop in terms of just the two losses, but Fredericktown very much in the mix with the win here tonight.
Yeah, Centerburg, if they win 2 out of 3, obviously that puts them as our league champions. But if they happen to lose the 2 to Fredericktown, boy, that just gets crazy, doesn't it?
Yes. That would open the door. It looks like, Mount Gilead's got to be out of it, so probably just the top 4 could get themselves a piece, but Danville probably watching this game very closely tonight. Well, maybe not. They got their hands full, too. They're I believe, at East Knox for the Devil Dog game.
Okay. And then Mount Gilead's at Cardington tonight. So Cardington's right behind Centerburg after that loss last week. So if Mount Gilead can take care of Cardington, that really opens it up.
No question.
So a lot of basketball to be played, meaningful games here at the end of the season. But going into the season, we said there was probably 5 teams you'd imagine in the league that would compete. And we also said, I can't imagine anybody going undefeated. The prediction was the league leader may have 3 losses, and that's pretty close to where we are just based on the parity of this entire league. There's so many good teams, and no one's risen above to be dominating. That's what's been exciting about this season.
Yeah, you look even at the bottom feeders like the Northmores and the East Knoxes. I mean, they've still pulled off a couple of upsets this season, have not been an easy out by any stretch of the imagination.
No, they just announced Jill there, so Jill is starting. Jill Boughton for Fredericktown, and that's a huge lift for Fredericktown.
Unbelievable.
Something we didn't expect. And so I'm excited to see how that plays out for the Freddies. Just that defensive presence. I mentioned to you before, she has over 125 blocks in her high school career.
Absurd.
So, definitely adds another dimension that Centerburg's got to be aware of now.
So what decides tonight's game? We'll jump into our keys to victory. First for the Lady Freddies, and I think you just got to rely on your best player. Cally Carpenter has been special every time I've seen her, especially here at home. Put the ball in her hands, let her cook.
Absolutely. Cally is going to give you what she gives you. She's consistent. She sees the floor well. She is your team leader. Knew that from an early age that this kid was going to be special. So what she does, what Maya Bryant does on the inside, and what the Boughtons do, that's really the key to tonight in my opinion. But Cally is definitely your team leader.
And here is the starting lineups being announced here for the Lady Freddies, and that's our player spotlight. Ella Boughton, big smile on her face, plays with a lot of enthusiasm, a fun player to watch at both ends of the floor. So for Centerburg to get it done here on the road and take a stranglehold on the KMAC, I feel like they got to get some paint points. That definitely means get it to Larimore. Some of these dribble drivers, too. They're obviously a very effective team when they're shooting in the lane.
Yep. Just get that 1-3-1 going, get some transition points. I think they will be fine.
And that will wrap up our pregame coverage as we are all ready for live and free KMAC action. And Larimore only took her about 4 seconds to get on the board. How about that start?
Yeah, good tip, good play right there out of the gate. Hit Bellman in the corner with the ball, skips it over to Ella. I'll tell you what, they move the ball really well, but this defense, they move fast too.
Yeah, very active defense out there for Centerburg as Boughton draws a double team and she turns it over. Almost got it right back.
Yeah, that was a nice job by having the hands high. We always talk about hands high. She did a perfect job, and the girl threw it right to her, but they were fortunate Centerburg did get it back.
So really the first offensive set of the night for the Lady Trojans.
Looks like the Freddies are manning up.
They'll lob it inside, but it's going to be picked off. I mean, right to her.
Yeah, Maya Bryant read that really well. Nice sweet pass there down to Cally, and missed shot.
Carpenter misfires. Bryant had a second look, and it looks like it's going to stay down here at this end.
Yeah, it looked like Kayla Larimore kind of tipped that last shot there and went out of bounds. I got a high stack here.
Third opportunity on this possession. A lot of high pressure being applied here by the Lady Trojans. That's what they like to do, speed you up.
There it is, that backside pass. Got to be careful on those backside passes, and she read that perfectly, but she travels. Lost control of the ball.
Take a second look. You see Shepard. She's going to try to go around the world with the spectacular finish and only halfway pulled it off.
And that's what we're talking about with those Fredericktown being careful on those skip passes, because that's what this defense wants. They want those passes they can pick off for easy transition baskets.
Carpenter almost traveled as the second defender came over. Now Boughton bells her out and lobs into Bryant. It'll be a second turnover here for the Freds.
Yeah, that's what you hope they don't have a lot of in order to stay in this game. They have to control some of those turnovers. We'll see how it plays out.
Freddies now applying some full court man-to-man.
Yeah, you know, I kind of like it, though. You want to settle your kids in. You want to get them, like, in rhythm. And so just making the intensity step up, whether they want to or not, you're going to force it.
Slick crossover there by Evie Stowe. Not a good-looking entry pass, though, from Farrell.
Yeah, nice read by Ellen. Pick that one off.
Cally slips by her, but poked away backside. Here's Kayla out on the run. One defender to beat, and she'll just have to pull it out.
Yeah, Ellen, nice job of hustling back. Good crossover there.
And Shepard with the step through. She's on the board. Centerburg, the only team in the league with two players averaging double-figure scoring. And you've seen both of them get into the scoring column so far already.
Now, we saw this different look last week at Cardington. Centerburg kind of plays a little bit more of a 2-3 look, but they extended out a three-quarter court, so we just saw it there. It's really interesting. Like, it's something that I didn't see a lot early in the year. Maybe they were doing, I just didn't watch when they did it. But I saw this last week, and it created some problems for Cardington. So let's see if it does it for Fredericktown as well.
Going to get another tip pass. Shepard's had active hands so far in the first couple of minutes. Nice ball movement. They get it inside for Bryant. And we're heading the other way. Couple tips, yeah. I mean, a lot of fingertips in there on the play.
Yeah, I wasn't sure which way that one was going to go. I couldn't tell from here. So there's a little run and jump action. Boy, they're letting them play through.
Lost handle there, and it'll be a giveaway here for Centerburg with their 4-0 lead.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of turnovers from both teams early on here. They just need to settle in and kind of figure this thing out as the game goes on.
A lot of action defensively at both ends. And uncharacteristic, Cally just lost the handle right there.
Yeah, Emily Feeney fed her from behind, and I don't think Cally even realized someone was right behind her, came up and knocked that ball away pretty easily, but they get a turnover right back.
Yeah, a little bit of sloppy play. Both teams having some turnover problems. Freddie still yet to find the bottom of the net. As Larimore clears with the defensive board. Now here's Evie, gives it off. They're going to initiate the offense near side with Shepard. And again a deflection.
Oh, nice backside pass.
And it's Larimore slipping in. She's got 4 of the 6.
Boy, she just finishes so well at the rim, doesn't she? I mean, there's a defender there, but she's still powered right through it.
She's as close as you get to a sure thing when she gets it down on the block in this KMAC.
Yeah, I would agree.
A lot of space. Instead, it's a dribble drive. Tough catch for Ella. 3-ball on the way. Kit can't knock it down. And Larimore, another rebound.
Well, I notice right now we're getting a lot of lob-type passes from Fredericktown. I mean, they're going to have to get a little sharper with those passes, and then I think it'll be fine. But, boy, another great baseline drive. Good fake. And Centerburg on the board again.
Halfway through, and it's 8-zip. Coach Pryor electing to let his team play through these woes right now. It'll be Freddie basketball off the tip. As Centerburg making a couple of subs, and the big cheer, of course, for Jillian Boughton getting her first minutes in well over a month.
Yeah, it's good, great to see her back on the court. I'm so happy for her being a senior, being out. That's so difficult.
Long two from Ella. Long rebound caroms out here for Carpenter. Threads it inside. Bryant mishandles. Skip pass to the corner, and Boughton traveled with it.
Yeah, she wanted that shot and just got denied at the last minute. Tough one.
Little indecision. Do I still shoot it?
Yeah. Now for Centerburg, notice that you've got Clara Johnson back in the game here, maybe the first time tonight actually. And I was talking to her last week, and she had a head injury, been out for a while. But boy, I was watching her warm up, and she can hit some shots. So let's see if she happens to hit anything. But right on cue, Kayla just doing what she does. Frederick's going to have to answer that.
She's got 6, Shepard 4, combining for the 10 right now. And I believe that's 5 Fredericktown giveaways already.
Yeah, it's just they haven't found their groove yet.
Larimore calling for it down on the block. Boughton on her. Now she'll pull her away from the basket.
Big matchup for Jill's first game back in.
The conference leading scorer is your first assignment.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the big leagues.
Well, Jill does have some length that can help.
And she gets a paw in there, knocks it away from Johnson. Ends up in a turnover with Carpenter.
Yeah, we just mentioned that length, that she got that long hand in there, and boom, turnover.
Cally splits through a double team, takes a bump. And it looks like the foul is going to be on the floor, and the second team foul here on Centerburg.
Yeah, what I've noticed so far is the officials are kind of letting a lot of contact, just letting them play through it, which is fine. I mean, it's the flow of the game, but we're seeing a lot of that, and one of the few fouls we've seen so far. Looks like Fredericktown's going to a box set out of bounds. Look for some screens across, and maybe someone rolling back to the basket here. Screen out top for Cally.
Carpenter really hasn't been looking for her own shot much so far in the early portion.
No, she really hasn't, and I would expect her to do that.
Skip pass to the corner. Bellman moves it back up into the hands of Cally. Still trying to figure out the best way to attack this zone pressure. Tough pass inside. Boughton couldn't collect it. Ella gets it, and Fredericktown gets on the board.
That was a nice pass and cut. Nice finish by Maya there.
So the sophomore Maya Bryant ends an over 6-minute drought for the Lady Freddies to open up competition. And again, there's more of that bump action that the referees, to their credit, they've been consistent, letting it go. As Larimore lets it fly, and Johnson read that one. Looking like a safety out there with the interception.
Yeah, Ella a little more air into that. She might have had an easy 2, just got through a little flat. And then that happens. You're trying to get that long ball. That's a tough pass to make.
Johnson in her return to action gives it back up for Kayla.
Yeah, Centerburg's okay, just kind of resetting, relaxing. They got a nice, comfortable lead her in the early going.
Carpenter not having any part of that as she comes out to defend. Now Kayla lost it off her shoestrings. Bryant picks it up, but she just eyeballed that pass all the way. And now we'll get a foul in the lane.
Well, and that's the one thing about, I mean, they're letting a lot of things go, and you don't want to get critical, but at the same time, then you start getting a little more of that reach and a little lazier defense because you think you can get away with this. So a few of those calls will kind of clean that up real quick. So now we see Centerburg with a box set. I always love seeing the box set, see what they're doing out of it.
Get a clean look from the corner. Bottoms up. First trifecta of the game. And it's absolutely drilled by Kennedy Glenn.
Yeah, you know, we were talking about that before the game. Kennedy Glenn and Clara Johnson, they can hit some threes really fast on you, and it can really get you. Nice speed there.
Yeah, good answer at the other end. Quick ball movement into the hands of Lester for the bucket.
Looks like Callie's getting a little more active out top now. Getting a little energy there.
Down to the final 8 ticks.
Looks like they're looking for the last shot.
Now down to 3. Shepard picks up her bounce. Skip pass. And
oh, my.
Just off target.
You don't see that often, do you?
What a way to end the frame. 13-4 Centerburg with a big start. They lead it heading to quarter number 2.
Need a construction team that can do it all? Bo Lacey Construction delivers experience you can trust, done right on time, with free estimates and special financing offered for roofing, siding, gutters, windows, bathrooms, decks, to the highest standards of excellence, quality, and knowledge in the industry. Bring your next project to life with Bo Lacey Construction.
One heck of a start here on the road to start the Freddie-burg, if you're a Lady Trojan fan, as they have built a 13-4 cushion here inside the Freddies Nest. I'm Brian Skowronski, Tim Maceyko joining me here tonight, and you were just complimenting the active defense and kind of the old switcheroo, too, from Centerburg to just keep Fredericktown guessing.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, create a lot of turnovers, and the Freddies just got to kind of settle into what they do and control the ball. And on cue, what that would be, I think, number 10 for turnovers. 10th
giveaway already for the Lady Freddies, and they've been doing a nice job also defensively of creating some themselves, but just offensively, one too many mistakes and some pretty cold shooting until the end.
Well, and then the big difference, and you hit on this before the game, is Kayla Larimore has been able to finish early on, and that's really where the scoring differences come from. Jill Boughton with the block on the pass, knocks it out of bounds. Good high hands again. Again, just that senior leadership. I've been here, I've done that. Good read, good defensive look, and that's what she brings to the Freddies.
Larimore pinned down in her own corner, just to the side of the Freddies bench, and she'll have to bring it into the backcourt.
Doing that 4 cross set that they like to run. They'll run Kayla off of that.
Shepard, such great acceleration, but dribbles off her foot.
Yep, good defense there. They really played that screen, too, because Kayla will come off that 1-4 on the back screen, and a lot of times she comes out lane wide open or is able to post up strong, and that time the Freddies defended that really, really well.
Fredericktown trailing by 9. And Shepard, that's about the 5th time she's got a hand on the ball defensively here tonight.
Yeah, you can tell, and I was talking to them last week, Clara Johnson, and she talked about how they work on their defense for about 20 to 30 minutes every single practice, and it shows.
How about the ball movement and a little hockey assist to Jill Boughton?
Yeah, that's great ball movement. Great movement. Good finish by Kit Bellman there. Really good basketball.
Bellman, the only player on the floor with any points right now for Fredericktown. Though they trim into the deficit, down by just 7. As Larimore looking to go to work, steps into an open 3, and it's a one and done.
Yeah, she's not afraid to take that shot. She's taken quite a few of those this year from what I've seen.
Carpenter had that one scored away from her. And now Jill Boughton goes flying
down
to the floor. Yeah.
Coach got the timeout before the jump ball.
So it'll be a home and kitchen supply timeout every time one of these are taken. Check out the chat section, see what's going on out there. Facebook is still loading, but we see Gary Simpson watching from Orlando. Says, go Freddies. How about a comeback? And he just loves Ohio high school hoops.
Yeah.
So do I, Tim.
Yeah, how do you not?
Great products.
You know, it's a good heads-up timeout by the coach. Just, you know, again, it may not. You may say, well, it doesn't really matter this early in the game, but every little possession right now matters mentally for the girls, especially when you've had a lot of turnovers.
Sure.
You're only down 7 points, so it's not like this game's by any means out of control, but you got to find some little spark. So I don't mind the call. I think it was heads up. And, you know, again, Centerburg just so good with deflections and fast hands and quick movement. But you got to be smart with the basketball.
Boughton tried to squeeze that one. It would have been kind of a needle in the haystack kind of pass.
That's one of those plays where you see her, you know she's open, but by the time you're able to make that pass, it already closed off. Yeah.
Carpenter draws a crowd, lobs it to the corner for Ella, looking inside.
There's a good look.
First three-ball attempt of the night for Cally. And the loose ball collected, offensive rebound for Boughton.
Oh.
Another great read defensively here for the Trojans. Evie
That's a
Stowe.
travel. Yes. Yeah, kind of hard stop there. She was, instead of jump stopping, you see her here, she kind of shuffles those feet. It was close, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
On the replay, when you look at that, I don't know. At first look, I thought she traveled as well. On the replay, not so sure.
So a bit of a break for Fredericktown. Could have been an easy bucket there for Evie, and maybe an easy one at the other end. It will be for Bryant.
Great find by Cally Carpenter. Mai's doing a great job of working that baseline, just kind of sneaking in there. She's been open a couple times, haven't gotten her the ball every time, but that time was perfect.
Second bucket for the sophomore. And the lead all of a sudden dwindled down to 5, and another giveaway.
Yeah, both teams are turning the ball over quite a bit, and it's keeping this game close.
Get another timeout on the floor here, Tim. It looks like Centerburg trying to calm things down.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, at this point, you've come out pretty strong. You've kind of gotten flat, and so that's a really smart timeout, kind of regroup, talk about what you want to do here. You know, I would not be surprised to see them switch up their defense a little bit and try to create something from a different look. But more importantly, the turnovers, right? Well, both teams are just they don't look comfortable yet. Neither team's really grooving offensively in the half court, and we haven't seen a lot of transition points.
Yeah.
And so that's why I think we have a 13-8 ball game. You know, I expected to see a lot of people flying up and down the court, getting some turnovers, getting some points in the transition. Haven't seen a lot of that so far.
And that's been the calling card of both of these teams here recently during their 3-game win streaks, turning some defense into some offense. Right now, they've been turning some great defense into more turnovers.
Yeah, and look, they went right to that 1-3-1 like I just kind of predicted they would change it up here. And that's probably a really smart move by them.
Bellman with the hesitation, steps in. Mid-range two, overshot everything into the hands of Shepard.
Oh, well, yeah. People are yelling for the traveler. It looks like she might have drugged the foot, but that's all right. She got away with it.
Now a lot of space being given to Larimore, and she spins into trouble.
Yeah, good help side by Ella. She slid over there anticipating that.
Carpenter switches to the left and gets the friendly roll. Her first basket, and it's a one-score game.
That's what I think Cally does so well. That move to the basket is tough to stop, and somehow she manages to finish that. She's done that her whole high school career so far. Impressive.
Some players are just like that. They're most comfortable in heavy contact, doing crazy things, and right on cue, how about another tough one by Kentley at the other end?
Yeah, a great finish here. Good crossover move and heck of a finish.
First points of the second quarter for the Lady Trojans, coming 3.5 minutes into the stanza.
Well, and it's interesting. They went back to 1-3-1, but here's what's interesting, too. Fredericktown ran the 1-3-1 for a number of years, so these girls know the rotations. They know how to beat it. And right on cue, they feed that backside, which can be a weak spot in that, but they don't finish. Yeah, an easy call there. Ella just kind of reached across.
Second look on our SPHERION Mid-Ohio instant replay. Boughton picking up her first personal. And the first foul on either team here in the second quarter.
Looks like they're conversing about something.
I notice all three of our referees going with the shaved head look. Now, this time of year, Tim, I think that's, that's an interesting call.
It's aerodynamic.
It works. Don't know that I could pull it off on my head.
There's that 1-4 look again. They have a couple different play calls that Coach Abner likes to call out of that look. That one there actually looked, I believe, for Kayla to get that 3 at the top of the key.
Larimore, who got off to such a hot start, 6 points in the first quarter. Don't know that she's even attempted a shot here in the second.
And I do think Jill's size is causing some problems with that matchup. Like, Jill just has that long reach, and it's a little harder to get shots off. And Jill's a pretty good interior defender.
Shepard lost the handle on the spin move. So the turnover woes continue here for the Trojans.
And we turn it right back over.
I mean, how often do you see that?
Not very often. Not very often at all. That's tough.
Out of the underneath set, it looked like they wanted to establish Larimore down on the block.
You know what I like there, though, is so Ella throws that pass, and then she comes out and plays aggressive, in-your-face defense to try to make up for it. So that's what you want to see out of a player. You make a mistake, you come out, and you play better D.
3-ball swirls out. Fight for the ball inside. Johnson collects it, but then she's turned away.
Yeah, again, a lot of contact. I don't know if it was a foul or not, but definitely a lot of contact that they're just letting them play through. Ella with another deflection. Again, since she threw that ball, she's like really aggressive defensively. I love to see that. Just a talented young kid.
Freddie sitting in their half-court man-to-man. Instructions coming in from head coach Bill Abner.
Here comes that slice play they like to run. Kick back.
Now Larimore off the bounce, steps through traffic,
Ooh.
and she got walloped. No call, but a follow and a finish.
Yeah, hard fall. Looks like she's okay there. That's what I was worried about. She came out really hard on that. Here's that 1-3-1. Good read on the backside.
Oh, but an even better recovery. No postage on this. It's turned away.
The Boutons, I'll tell you, those girls just read the ball well, and they get up. A lot of blocks between the two sisters.
Larimore off target with the 3. Skying is Bryant. Freddies can't collect it, so another opportunity here offensively for the Lady Trojans.
Kind of settling down here, trying to set up a play again.
Johnson immediately goes to work, and she's fouled on the baseline. It looked like Maya Bryant off the help side is going to pick up the personal.
It's interesting because I always felt like Clara has a beautiful outside shot, but so far tonight we've just seen her catch and drive hard almost every single time she's received the ball, and that time she managed to draw the contact and get the foul.
Johnson at the free throw line for the first time this evening.
Say this is the first free throws we've had, isn't it? That's 2 minutes to go in the half, and the first time to the free throw line by either team. Tells you they're letting a lot of things just play.
No question.
But they're consistent. They've been consistent both sides of the court.
Couple substitutions for Centerburg as we're just 7 seconds away from the 2-minute mark here of this opening half of the Freddie-burg game. And a big one, folks.
So if she makes this, do they get aggressive here? Yes. Looks like they're playing about three-quarter court. Back to that 1-3-1.
Bryant into traffic, Jill spinning and winning on her way to the bucket.
Great strong move to the hole. I love that spin, love that finish. Welcome back, Jill Bouton.
Yeah, what a welcome sight here in Freddie country to have their senior leader back out on the floor.
Absolutely. We heard the cheers earlier, and well-deserved. It's so tough when the seniors go down and miss any amount of time.
Up and under, there's Johnson again, just putting her head down on the attack.
Yeah, it seems to be her game tonight. Every time she's caught the ball and touched it, she's going hard.
Carpenter, catch and shoot. Would have been a big one right there.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good idea, good look. Seemed to be in rhythm, just off the mark. Every time, Fredericktown makes a move, though, Centerburg just kind of gets a couple buckets and gets back in that comfortable 6-8 point lead. And we're down to 6 again. But extended here.
Lady Freddies have had it as close as 3 here in the second. Larimore just a little bit too much on that one. Carpenter with another long rebound.
Yeah, that's Larimore's 3rd miss from out there. And the other day at Cardington, she hit a couple of those and really opened the game up. So definitely not afraid to pull the trigger.
This one tipped out of bounds there by Evie Stowe, the sophomore, snaking in, getting a piece of it.
Looks like Fredericktown's going to go the 1-4 low set. Look for the lob. They're probably going to screen for Cally. Oh, they didn't see her, but she was there. Nice, fine middle of the court. Good feed, good finish by Maya Bryant.
Bryant's had a strong first half offensively. Makes good off the square. She's got 6 to lead the Lady Freddies. And Larimore, oh man, big chunk of the basketball there for Jill Boughton, but she draws the personal.
Yeah.
What do you think, Tim?
I don't know. Let's look at that replay. Jill's reaction wasn't yeah, well, it's a matter of which team you're rooting for, right? The calls like that, it's always, who am I rooting for? There was some contact it looked like. But again, Jill's so good at blocking the ball that she's going to go for that, and a lot of times she gets it really nice and clean, like no doubt about it. And that one, is what it is.
No harm, no foul on the first, Larimore. Second attempt is pure. And that's her first points here in the second quarter. She's got 7 to lead all scores.
Fredericktown just get a bucket here and go into halftime down just a few points. They got to feel pretty good about it. So let's see what happens here on this possession. Another good find.
Carpenter, nice move. Oh, man. Body's hitting the deck.
It should be white ball. Yeah.
It is going to stay down here at this end.
I said that because Centerburg touched it while she was out of bounds, so it should automatically have gone the other way, which they got the right call. Another high up.
Just so aggressive in the passing lane, Centerburg, all night long.
Yeah, like they just are so active. We talked about it earlier, but it's really act with their hands, their feet. I mean, they just move well.
Carpenter splitting through the double team, gets around a 3rd defender, pushing her way forward and probably traveled.
Yeah, now the offensive foul. Yeah, unfortunately, she kind of gave that shove with this forearm there. It was pretty blatant, I think. Right there, she just kind of, and then she travels. So it could have gone offensive foul or travel, whichever you want to call there. But
everything up to that point, though. I mean, I was about to say that it could be a top play contender.
It was a beautiful move up to that end in there, the finish. So now they're looking to get a good shot here with 7 seconds, plenty of time. They're not going to pressure the ball. It's going to give an excellent opportunity to get a good look here.
It's going to be Larimore from deep. Oh, the soft touch
shot
on the road to close out the half. Kayla Larimore getting into double digits. Big shot. We'll show it to you one more time. It just hangs on the rim. Oh, man. Not supposed to get that kind of bounce on the road, Tim.
No, you're not, but she did. That's why she's the league leading scorer right there.
So Larimore and the Trojans head into the break up by 8. But we've got a game on our hands here, folks, in the Freddie-burg affair. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back with your post-game, your halftime coverage and get you all set for quarter number 3. You're watching live and free Girls High School Hoops on a Tuesday night. guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skowronski, and let's make you a part of the game.
Need a construction team that can do it all? Bo Lacey Construction delivers experience you can trust, done right on time, with free estimates and special financing offered for roofing, siding, gutters, windows, bathrooms, decks, to the highest standards of excellence, quality, and knowledge in the industry. Bring your next project to life with Bo Lacey Construction. Morrill County Hospital, along with Ohio Health, is the official sports medicine provider of Mount Gilead High School. Available 24/7 to care for your athlete, with same-day appointment options available. They keep your athletes healthy and in the game. Morrill County Hospital and Ohio Health are proud to partner with Mount Gilead High School to provide a healthier community, serving teams, parents, and all of Morrill County.
You're watching live and free KMAC action tonight. The Freddie-burg game presented by ALUMNI Roofing, a full-service commercial roofing contractor providing commercial and industrial roofing solutions. Proud supporters of Freddies Athletics. KNOX Community Hospital, in the community, for the community. SPHERION Mid-Ohio. Let them help you build the career that you want or the awesome team that you need. They build real relationships with you so that they can understand what you need and get it for you fast. Bo Lacey Construction. Experience you can trust, done right and on time. And Home and Kitchen Supply. Your one-stop shop for kitchen and baths, windows and doors since 1970. We're just about a minute away from bringing you your halftime report and getting you all set for the second half. We'll be right back at the Freddies Nest in just a second.
From primary care to orthopedics, women's health, to pain management, the KNOX Community Hospital Centerburg Health and Wellness Center provides excellent care for virtually all your family's healthcare needs. Comprehensive lab services are also offered at our state-of-the-art facility. Podiatry and surgical consultations too. The Centerburg Health and Wellness Center. It's a world of great care right around the corner.
It's halftime here in Fredericktown. We got 2 quarters in the books, and right now it's the road team, the KMAC, leading Centerburg Lady Trojans, who own a 22-14 advantage. I am Brian Skowronski. Tim Maceyko is joining me here tonight. And as the stats are about to show, a little bit of sloppiness from both teams in the first half. Centerburg, a little bit better shot making, particularly early, and that's pretty much the difference.
Yeah. I mean, Kayla early on, Larimore, just really went to the basket strong and got those points early, and that's really the big difference. And then a couple shots. Kennedy Glenn, I believe, hit a nice 3 there, and then the 3 kind of bounced in there for Kayla at the end of the half. You know, other than that, the other big thing was we saw that Fredericktown kind of started cleaning things up in the second quarter a little bit, settled down, and that got them back in the game.
We'll take a look at the halftime stats now, and for the Lady Freddies, those 13 turnovers, but only 4 of them in the second quarter, like you were just alluding to. They got a little bit better. They didn't seem as rushed with their decision-making, and some of their passes we were talking about, just not as crisp as we'd like to see, I think, Tim. Yeah,
you know, some of it's the defense, some of it's that high hands and all those things, but also, they're just not, forces and passes that maybe could be a little crisper, as you said, or a bounce pass here or there, right, versus a chest pass maybe, or whatever the case may be. The nice thing was, though, they really kind of adjusted against that 1-3-1. Again, ran it over here for how many years, so these girls have seen that before, so they can just stay composed in the second half when Centerburg goes to that. They got a chance to crawl back into this pretty easily. I mean, it's only an 8-point game.
Yeah, still very much in this thing with a third quarter. If they can trim the deficit down, maybe even in half, try to make a strong push. Not going to be easy with Kayla Larimore doing what she's been doing. I mean, this is pretty much par for the course, though. Averages almost 20 per game. She's halfway there, and that huge three-pointer right at the end of the second quarter. Pretty big difference maker right now. Yeah, that was I think the 4th shot she took out there. She's not afraid to shoot that 3. Coach has confidence in her, obviously, because the other day when I watched her at Cardington, I think she had 2 or 3 threes out there, and she's going to pull that trigger, and she's going to hit some of those if you don't stop that. And then our other player spotlight tonight, Ella Boughton, still being held scoreless so far, has not been able, of course, to knock down a field goal. She's been a factor defensively. We've seen her with a couple nice blocks, had a couple big rebounds, but hasn't been able to put the ball in the net yet.
But what we have seen is Maya Bryant do a good job of working that baseline, sneaking in behind that defense, getting some nice passes from her teammates, and finishing strong at the basket, which is a great thing for them. And then, of course, Jill Boughton playing pretty solid defense for the most part when she's been on the floor. Sure. That's been a big help. So we're seeing some good things there. We are still looking for Ella to step up here. Hopefully in the second half we will see some of that.
That will wrap up our OH Report halftime, as we are all set for third quarter action. And it's going to be the Lady Trojans beginning with the rock, and they've got the 8-point lead, trying to expand to double figures here on their opening possession.
Emily Feeney there with the good hands.
And we're going to get a carry on the drive that time.
Yeah, a lot of hand checks going on, but again, they've been letting that go the whole game, and you go with what they're going to allow you to do. So I like the aggressive defense.
Double comes at Carpenter, forces her to give it up. Back to Cally. And it's going to be tipped, intercepted here by Larimore. 2-on-2, Kayla splits through the gap. Thought maybe she got bumped in the head, but a whistle never came. So now Carpenter with the step through left hand. That won't fall.
Boy, a lot of contact from both teams going on.
Hey, that's one way to get on the scoreboard. Bottoms up. Banks are open late in Freddiville.
Well, you said it. You called it. You said you're looking for Ella. Yeah, she banked it in, but she was dead straight on, so you're allowed to do that. and it works. So now she's on the board like we were talking about, and cuts it down to a 5-point game.
See if the Trojans can answer here. Larimore from the elbow lets it fly a little bit long.
Kit Bellman gets that backside rebound and got a chance to trim this lead a little bit more.
Carpenter sends it down to the corner for Boughton. Skip pass for Bellman. Solid ball movement.
Again, I think it's a big advantage for Fredericktown to be used to the 1-3-1, and they're moving the ball well right now. Let's see if they can keep it up. But again, that aggressive defense, they never quit on you, do they? She comes flying it from behind, knocks that ball away,
Yeah,
and then double dribbles.
second time on Farrell, she's been called. A little bit indecisive. And we're going to get a full timeout.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Abner's very happy. He looks a little unsure of what they're doing out there, and he wants to calm that down.
Over on Facebook, I see Elizabeth Pozderick. Two of my favorite sportscasters. Come on now, don't got to butter us up. We'll bring you the live and free anyway.
That's the bowling coach at East Knox. She used to be the basketball coach, girls over there. Love her. She's a phenomenal person.
That's right. My girl Chip enjoying the game from her couch tonight. Daniel Stotts says, "Let's go, Lady Freddies." One of our best all-time fans in OH Report history. Thanks for watching tonight, Daniel.
I'll tell you, if you're the Freddies, this is a good start to the half. You got a 5-point game. Now, the thing is, Centerburg is being really aggressive at the 1-3-1 now. They're coming out a little higher. They're pressuring the ball. So far, Fredericktown's moved the ball pretty well against it. But we've also seen a couple turnovers. We just want to make sure, if you're Fredericktown at least, you don't want to see them lead to easy transition points. So we haven't seen a lot of that yet, but that's what that will lead to. So you got to be a little smart with the ball here if you're Fredericktown. That's what I'd be telling them in that huddle right there.
Last possession, we saw Carpenter blow by Farrell and then have it poked away backside. This time she gets in deep on the block. Long three on the way. No good for Boughton. Bryant battling inside. And she's the last to touch it.
Yeah, you do like the fact, though, that right now Ella's shooting with confidence, right? There's 2 shots now. She's not backing down, and that could bode well down the stretch if she gets some of those shots to fall.
Carpenter picking up. Kicks back out to the perimeter, but in between offensive players. Now Shepard on the bounce, left hand, can't hit it. Larimore's got her back.
Right place, right time. Here comes that aggressiveness now we talked about. Just got to stay calm, handle it, don't get frustrated.
Heck of a catch right in front of the Fredericktown bench. Bryant comes up short with that offering. And the rebound by Stowing.
That was actually a really good look, though. That's about the best you're going to get in those situations, so not bad at all.
Shepard looking down on the block and forced out of there is Larimore.
Yeah, they seem unsure of what they want to run here, but at the same time, you got a nice, comfortable lead, just kind of like being smart with the ball. Now you get what you want, which is Larimore one-on-one. That's a tough stop for any defender.
Pushes her total up to 14. And this is kind of danger zone time right now for the Freddies, trailing by 9. As we're approaching the halfway point of the third.
And there's that turnover. It's probably going to lead to points possibly. We just talked about that.
Shepard end to end. She's fouled. She'll at least get a chance at the free throw line to get some.
Yeah, so again, if you're Centerburg, that's exactly what you're hoping to accomplish, is get some of those turnovers that lead to some easy buckets, because that's probably going to be the difference in this game, because both teams have been off and then on and then off, and we haven't seen a lot of that right there, but there it was. So we hope, if you're a Fredericktown fan, you hope you don't see a lot more of that. If you're a Centerburg fan, you got to love that right there.
And love it even more when she knocks down the first free throw and makes it the largest lead of the night for the Trojans. Enter Jill Boughton. Senior got 5-6 minutes in the first half.
Yeah, you know, when you get Jill, Ella, and Maya Bryant on the floor together, that's some size, and it's a real advantage. But then you got to finish, right, offensively. So
Larimore goes down to the floor. Got a tie-up and believes she's going to draw the personal foul, though, at the end. Strong hands there by Cally Carpenter to rip it away, and then you see Kayla just getting onto the wrist of Cally.
Yeah, we kind of got away with it there as far as Fredericktown goes, but, you know, you take what you can get. Now you resettle.
Oh, Boughton dribbled almost off her shoe. Larimore end-to-end, but no way, not in my lane.
Boy, that was a great defensive play there.
Woo. Swat you very much, Ella Boughton.
Yeah, you know, what you love about those players is the fact, yeah, she made a mistake here at half court. You turned the ball over, but then she didn't give up on the play. She came back, and she made a great defensive stop, so good for her.
Still Lady Trojans basketball as they'll bring it out. Now Johnson, who just got back into the mix, skips for Larimore. Boughton picks her up again.
It looks like they're trying to run that cross again. There it is. Another block. This time it's Maya Bryant with the block.
And she's got a pair of those inside tonight. Now tried to dump it off, I believe, to set up Jill Boughton, and maybe a little too unselfish.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of hands and movement in there. I think he just tried to get it across. Just a lot going on and couldn't finish there.
Little handsy with the pressure for Cally Carpenter. She'll draw the personal.
Yeah, we saw early on they weren't calling that, and now we see it, and he wasn't wrong. A lot of hand action there, and so maybe they're going to start calling that a little tighter here as we get down the stretch.
Second personal on Cally, who's got just 2 points. She herself averages about 19 per game, second best in the KMAC.
Yeah, Centerburg's really kept her in check tonight, and they're going to need her to step up down this fourth quarter. Good steal by Maya Bryant. She read that one.
Oh, almost double dribbled with it.
Yeah.
See what the call is going to be. It's going to stay down here.
Looks like Centerburg just hustled down and great. Again, they never give up. They come from behind, knocks it out, and does a phenomenal job of not giving up the easy bucket. I love that about the Centerburg team, just the way they fly. And you get by them, you think, okay, I got you beat, and now here they come from behind. So it's incredibly well-coached defense.
Larimore picks up Cally, top of the key. And tipped by Shepard again. Sends it ahead. Boughton lays out, but Larimore comes away with it to fake the bucket. Man, what a sequence right there.
And Fredericktown's going to call a full timeout. Got to stop the bleeding, reset yourself, and try not to let it get out of hand. Still plenty of time, but boy, what a move there, right? Jeez.
Kayla Larimore is a special offensive talent, superb athlete, and the footwork. That's really stands out, both her and Carpenter. When they get the ball on the move, the Euro step, I mean, it's taken over like the last 10 years or so, and those two young ladies got it down.
I don't think as coaches we spend enough time on footwork, right? I mean, footwork and ball handling especially, those two things go hand in hand. And then form shooting. The three basic things have been around ever since we were little kids, right? And long before us. I don't think enough time these days. Everyone wants to go out and play games during the summer. They go to all these shootouts and everything, and you don't spend enough time on that fundamental work. So when you see kids like that, a few years ago was Gabby Daniels here at Fredericktown, who had that footwork. Is like 5'8" and one of the best post players in the league that year.
Yeah,
it totally undersized, but the footwork, and that's what Kayla does right there. You know, and again, that's what Cally does. Which certain players just have got that knack. I don't know if it's just natural, how much work they put into it, but man, it looks nice when they do it right, doesn't it?
I got to imagine it's a little combination with that young lady out there getting a lot of time in the gym working on it. But then you can tell God-given abilities certainly help add to the mixture.
Yeah, I guess that was kind of my point. Some of it you can't teach. It just comes natural, but yeah, it takes a lot of work.
Largest lead, it's 13, 16 points now for Larimore. Almost have as many as Fredericktown all by herself. Only points right now in the third for the Freddies have come from long range from Boughton. Bellman looking to add to it, and she will.
I love the way Kit just followed her shot there, got the rebound, and got the putback. A great job.
Pushes her point total up to 4. With all those tall players out on the hardwood, and it's her who comes up with it as Cally gets the snatch. Spinning the up and under, and that's what we're talking about right there.
That footwork.
Quick 5-0 run for the Lady Freddies in about a dozen seconds.
So a good timeout by the coach. Got him settled. Got a few points. Feeling some momentum shift here. Centerburg needs an answer, though, to settle that.
Final 90 seconds before we get to money time. As Larimore squares up, sends it Shepard's way.
Yeah, I think you're Centerburg. You still just want to be patient here because you do still have the lead. Well, there it is. A little too easy it seemed like, though, right?
No patience necessary. Hand down, man down. That was the case right there for Larimore.
I got to talk to her last week, and she is just having fun this season. She's just enjoying it, and she looks happy. You know, she was talking. She was all like smiles, and so it's good to see that when the kids are enjoying their season. Great hit by Ella. We were talking about that earlier, how she needs to hit some shots, and that was a beautiful shot.
No question. Raindrops coming in. You can stand under her umbrella, Ella. Second 3 of the quarter. Final 30 seconds of the frame. Triple team coming on Larimore. I don't blame Fredericktown for that. Sets up this 3, no answer. Shepard can't get the second opportunity to drop.
Well, that's a great deal for Fredericktown. They get a good shot here and possibly trim this lead back down a little bit more before we get into the 4th.
Yeah, I think this is a big shot right here for the Lady Freddies. See if they can get a confidence builder. Bryant down on the block, sets up Jill, spins and puts it home just before the horn. And that's how the third quarter will end. We head to money time in just a 6-point game.
Need a construction team that can do it all? LACEY Construction delivers experience you can trust, done right on time, with free estimates and special financing offered for roofing, siding, gutters, windows, bathrooms, decks, to the highest standards of excellence, quality, and knowledge in the industry. Bring your next project to life with LACEY Construction.
Doing what she loves.
And I love fourth quarter action, Tim Maceyko. It's money time here in the Freddies Nest, and the home team has made it a game. Strong push there at the end of the third. It's 32-26 as we open up the 4th. Freddies get the basketball and showing some signs of life. A lot of confidence building there in the last 90 seconds of the third.
Yeah, that energy right now needs to bleed over in these next 2 or 3 minutes, and that's really going to set the tone. So let's see what happens, but what a great finish of that quarter there for Fredericktown.
It was the combination of the Boughtons with the last 5 points of the frame, but here's Ella with the 6th turnover of the second half for the Fredericktown Freddies.
Well, you can tell what Coach Abner said. He said, more aggressive with it. They come out that time, they swarmed the ball, they trapped the corner, they denied the easy passes out. The only thing there was a skip pass, and that's a hard pass to make when you're trapped in the corner.
Speaking of which, how about that? Bryant reading traffic, little behind Carpenter, but she makes the catch, can't get the bucket.
A lot of contact, but again, they're letting them play through it. Great read by Maya there. That's the second time we've seen her do that.
It's just the third giveaway in the second half for the Lady Trojans. They've cleaned that up. Shepard with the twirl. She goes down Main Street, and it's Jill Bowden with her second block.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier, 120-some blocks going into this season, plus whatever she's had this year. So, wow. She just has that natural ability to read the ball, and she's just got that size. Hard to get by.
Jill Bowden has definitely brought a spark of energy. Mike and drill and one.
Just kind of got caught out of position there a little bit, looked like on that play.
Take a second look on our SPHERION Mid-Ohio replay.
Yeah, so he just got kind of caught behind her and it made it a little bit easy. Now it was a great play by the player to finish, but you just kind of got caught and not much you can do there.
Tiara Shepard on the line with 8 points. She'll stay there.
Well, she's played a solid game, though.
Been fantastic on the defensive side of things. Cally surveys. She's so good at that. Finds her way through the defense and goes straight to the rack.
I was going to say, once she beats that first trap, look out because she's probably going into the lane and going to get that shot off. I mean, she's so good at that. She always has been, always will be, just a naturally gifted kid.
Got by about 4 defenders.
Oh, there's Clara Johnson. We talked about that earlier.
Catch and shoot, forget about it.
She was driving and driving. I was like, where's that shot? I know she has in there. We finally seen it. Just a nice, pure outside shooter she is.
Johnson, a 4-year letter winner for the Lady Trojans. Her first field goal of the evening. Boughton skip pass. Now Carpenter. Ball movement ends up with Bellman. Thought about a quick trigger. Now Ella will. Bryant off the rebound puts it back home. Home and Kitchen Supply timeout taken by the Freddies. Take a look at that last rebound and put back again. Love these couple of sophomores they have inside with Boughton. And of course you see Maya right there, nice stick back. Now these kids, they've got a lot of varsity minutes under their belt here as we're approaching the finish line pretty much. I mean, tournament draws this Sunday. I did not realize that until yesterday. I got reminded of it. I was like, my gosh.
Already. You hit it too. You had Maya as a freshman playing a lot of varsity minutes. You had Ella as a freshman in the starting lineup playing a lot of minutes. And there's some injuries last year where Grace Sipes, the senior, goes down, and then Kennedy comes in as a sophomore, but then she gets hurt. We see her on the court right now. That's why I mentioned that. So she had that ACL injury, and it's so great to see her back on the court. But so both of those people go down. Now you're playing 3 or 4 freshmen on a regular basis, and it's paying off this year.
So you help set the table for him, Tim, having that foresight with these youngsters.
No, it was out of necessity, but at the same time, these kids worked hard. They worked hard, and they deserve every success they're having.
Kennedy defending on Shepard. See if they look to try to exploit that matchup. As Stowe trying to pull Boughton out to try to defend. She's got a little bit of a quickness advantage. Instead, they'll lob it over the top. No N1 try here, but 2 more free throws.
I don't think I've seen that play yet. That was really nice. They kicked Larimore up top, and then they just fed over top to Shepard on the backside. So it must be a nice read they have there where they saw us playing too high on that and just threw over top to it.
Shepard at the line, looking to add to Centerburg's total on our alumni roofing scoreboard, and she will.
I came in this game expecting a 4-quarter game, and that's what we're getting. So it's exciting to see these kids playing hard.
2 for 2, and now a 9-point spread, so the Lady Freddies going to have to get active offensively. As Centerburg has outscored them 7-4 so far in the final quarter. And I'd like to see Carpenter get to work. She's got 6 so far, well below her average.
Nice dump.
Yeah, sets up Kennedy inside.
Yeah, Jill Boughton with the assist. She sees the floor really well on the inside for being such a big player like that, and still sees the floor very well. And I agree with Cally. It's just, she's getting some looks going to the rim, but we haven't really seen her in the groove yet, and they're going to need that down the stretch.
Johnson off the drive, right down Main Street.
Boy, another aggressive drive. We've seen that all night from her, and that time she finishes. What a great take by Clara.
She has been uber aggressive on the dribble drives tonight. That's the first time she's been able to get all the way to the rack. Shepard again with the steal, sends it ahead. Larimore with no defense, easy one.
That's the ones we were talking about, those run-outs, those turnovers from the 1-3-1 into easy buckets could really hurt Fredericktown down the stretch. Can't have many more of those.
All of a sudden, the lead pushed back up to double figures. It's 11, midway point here of the fourth. Jill off target and kept in bounds. Athletic play there by Evie Stowe.
Yeah, great effort. And here comes Centerburg again.
Looks like Tiara's going to back it out now, given the time situation. Force Kennedy to come out and guard.
Yeah, Coach Abner's like, just slow up. We got a nice, comfortable lead, 3.5 minutes. They're not going to come out and get us. And that's a tough matchup to bring Kennedy out there on her.
Wow, she gets by both defenders. Glenn with the toss into the bench.
They're saying it was tipped.
See if we notice it on the replay here. Run it one more time, I'll slow it down. Inconclusive according to my eyes.
Yeah, that's tough. So now Kennedy's coming out of the game. They have to get a little quicker lineup because they realize that, Centerburg's going to run the clock now if you're going to, not come out on them. So have to change the lineup a little bit here and have to get out after them.
Bellman swaps her out. Still a lot of cushion by Ella Boughton given here to Larimore.
Yeah, I just don't think she wants to get beat on that. And you can't blame her for that, but at the same time, your 3-minute mark, you're going to have to take some chances here.
It's the third team foul against Fredericktown, so they've still got one more to give before they start landing Centerburg on the line in the bonus. Stowe comes up top, Larimore catches in traffic. Kick ball.
Yeah, good active feet there. But yeah, at the 3-minute mark, you're just going to have to really get after this and create some turnovers if you're Fredericktown. If we're going to sit back, Centerburg's going to be content just to move the ball around and run some clock.
Carpenter meets Stowe out at the Fredericktown logo. Now comes over to offer a double team, and wow.
And there it is. Cally getting aggressive.
In the lane, puts it up off the front iron, collects her own miss, and the
finishes.
follow.
What a great job by Cally Carpenter to get her own rebound and through all that traffic. She's so good at going around the rim.
Back down to a 11-point game.
Looks like we had a timeout. Yep, Coach Abner with the full.
See 11-8 Centerburg here in this fourth quarter on our home and kitchen supply timeouts.
I think Coach Abner's probably having that conversation right now. The clock is our friend, right? We can slow it down, but also probably having that conversation. If Fredericktown comes out overly aggressive, look for that backdoor cut for the easy layup. Otherwise, we're content. On the flip side, you're in the Fredericktown huddle. You're probably saying, look, we got to be really aggressive here. We got to take some trap opportunities. We got to look to steal some, slow off-speed passes. We got to shoot some lanes. We got to take some chances. So the question is, which team does that better here? I mean, that's what I'm looking for. Do we see a backdoor cut for an easy layup, or do we see an aggressive trap that leads to a turnover to Fredericktown points? That's going to be the last 2.5 minutes.
If you're a Freddie fan, you certainly got to hope for the latter and that they can convert some nice defensive pressure into some takeaways and not allow some easy money for Centerburg here down the stretch. And I see a couple comments rolling in here of late. Charity LeMay cheered on Claire Johnson after she knocked down that three. Hallie Mikulak cheered on the Trojans. Caitlin Tanner says, go Freddies. And Charity says, let's go Trojans. Back and forth they go in the comments section. We'll see what we get here down the stretch. Final 2:25 of regulation. And as Tim was just saying, Centerburg definitely can be casual. Take their time. Shepard, though, having to catch that with one hand. Don't love that.
I'm not really sure, here comes a trap. Now shoot the gaps up here, but leaving her wide open up top.
No rotation on the backside, though, for the Freddies.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out, like what they were doing there. It looks like they're just not shooting that backside gap. They got a good couple traps there, but there's no rotation, as you mentioned, and it's just making it too easy.
Boughton got a chunk of it, And now picks up the foul. That's the fourth. Last one to give for Fredericktown.
Now, see, I did like what they're doing. They're getting the traps. They're being aggressive. But as you mentioned, there was nobody shooting that backside gap.
Got to have that last one to try to get in there.
That's the one element they were missing there. But give Centerburg credit. They're running clock. They're content, like Coach Abner probably told them.
Larimore has it swiped away. Boughton goes down. And a timeout. Great play by Ella Boughton to get possession back here for the Lady Freddies. Still 96 ticks remaining on the clock.
Yeah, that's one of those as a coach you call it out quick because you see that there's a fight for the ball, and then you get it out and you go, I probably could have saved my timeout and got some numbers there. But
sure. But
good heads up play, and now you got to get points this possession, right? I mean, a minute and a half. If you don't get something out of this, it's going to get pretty tough.
And trailing by 9, don't have to probably go for a 3 just yet, but getting dangerously close to that time.
Yeah, and the way Cally can get to the rim, I think you still probably are going to attack that rim. Haven't hit a lot of threes, although Ella's hit a couple, so maybe you give her an opportunity out there on the perimeter.
Sure.
And then, most importantly, after you make, what are you going to do? You're going to come out and press? I mean, you got to do something aggressive, and even if you foul, that's where we're at right now, right? We got to be aggressive. We got to create some turnovers. If we're complacent, it's ball game.
I'm sure that's the message coming from Coach Pryor over in the huddle.
Yeah, and again, on Centerburg's side, just maintain what you're doing. Keep controlling the ball. They've done a very nice job down the stretch of not turning the ball over too much. Looks like they're back in their 1-3-1.
Got Larimore playing the point. They'll lay a screen on her.
So that's probably going to leave Ella open on the backside if they can flip it over.
Another tip from Shepard. My goodness, she's been awesome getting into those passing lanes.
Yeah, just active hands.
Now Boughton somehow was able to get through the gap. Bellman lays it inside for Bella. And jump ball, wow.
Jump ball. That'll be Centerburg's ball. Coach is not happy at Fredericktown for that call.
Pretty quick whistle when you see it there on the replay. You didn't feel like Farrell was on the ball long enough to justify a jump ball call.
Yeah, brought it down and just I guess long enough for the official. Okay, there's that pressure we're talking about. Let's see if they stay aggressive, jump on this. Got a trap, jump that backside. Good effort there. I like that, a lot better effort. Here comes the trap again.
Oh, ball on the money in a big basket.
Yeah, that was huge for Centerburg. That might ice it down. 11 points, less than a minute. But I love the energy Fredericktown showed there.
Could have been a killer basket, though, by Centerburg. Freddies can't match. Brian, I think, was in between going off the square and then putting it through.
Yeah, caught the ball deep, and that's hard. That's a hard angle.
Now Shepard tripped up. And she'll get to go back to the free throw line. Foul number 5 against the Lady Freds.
Well, Centerburg's shown us tonight why they are the league leaders, right? They've done what they need to do. That defense switched it up a couple different times, got a couple transition buckets we talked about in the second half, kind of spread that lead out, hit some shots. Nice backdoor cut there on the transition on that press, right? They did all those little things right. They did better than Fredericktown did tonight, but give the Freddies a lot of credit. We saw some moments that I was really impressed by.
Definitely provided some flashes, but to your point, the championship teams tend to deliver when they need to most. You saw them score the first couple baskets of the fourth quarter. They've got a 6-point differential here in money time.
Yeah, they just did a good job so far in this fourth quarter of just kind of closing this out down the stretch. Never got rattled, just did what they do. They are who they are.
Shepard able to complete the pair. And it ties for the largest lead Centerburg has enjoyed in this game. Carpenter, one of the few outside shots she's taken tonight.
Well, they tried to foul her twice there, and they're just not going to call it. And now it's kind of useless to foul.
Might get a turnover. Farrell, though, collects in the corner. Final second, and that will do it, folks. Huge win for the Lady Trojans tonight, coming on the road in this big-time rivalry. And they will walk out of here 47-34 victors, remaining on top of the KMAC all by themselves. We'll take a quick commercial timeout. We'll be back with an interview with our most valuable player. Drop us a comment. Let us know who you think is worthy of coming up top here and sharing some thoughts on the game. Plus, we'll have some final stats and tell you about what's coming up next on the OH Report. Keep it with us. We'll be right back to the Freddies Nest.
We guarantee nobody else gets you closer to the action than our exclusive coverage. So give me a call, Brian Skowronski, and let's make you a part of the game.
Need a construction team that can do it all? Bo Lacey Construction delivers experience you can trust, done right on time, with free estimates and special financing offered for roofing, siding, gutters, windows, bathrooms, decks, to the highest standards of excellence, quality, and knowledge in the industry. Bring your next project to life with Bo Lacey Construction.
Morrill County Hospital, along with Ohio Health, is the official sports medicine provider of Mount Gilead High School. Available 24/7 to care for your athlete, with same-day appointment options available. They keep your athletes healthy and in the game. Morrill County Hospital and Ohio Health are proud to partner with Mount Gilead High School to provide a healthier community, serving teams, parents, and all of Morrill County.
Just enjoyed live and free KMAC action, setting off your Tuesday night the right way. Thanks to all of these generous sponsors, including SPHERION Mid-Ohio, who can help build the career that you want or the awesome team you want. They build real relationships with you so that they can understand what you need and get it for you fast. Home and Kitchen Supply is your one-stop shop for kitchen and baths, windows and doors since 1970, located in downtown Mansfield. Bo Lacey Construction, experience you can trust, done right and on time. KNOX Community Hospital, in the community, for the community. And ALUMNI Roofing, a full-service commercial roofing contractor, providing both commercial and industrial roofing solutions for all over North Central Ohio and Central Ohio. We are going to be right back with our MVP interview. It's going to be Miss Kayla Larimore, 20-point performance. We'll hear from her on the big win in the winning streak coming up here just a couple minutes. We return now with our Knox Community Hospital MVP, Kayla Larimore, hanging out with us now, the junior forward. 20 big points for you here tonight, and you get the win on the road here in the Freddies Nest. I know there's a big rivalry between these two teams. Let's start there and just what this head-to-head means to you personally.
It's really big. We obviously have like a rival against them, football, basketball, all the sports, and just to get this win, it's really big for us.
You guys have been on a tear, wins in 11 of your last 12, 4 straight, and those were big ones within the conference. Describe just your confidence level right now and where you're at now, maybe compared to a couple weeks ago.
Obviously that loss to Mount Gilead, it really hurt, but like we knew that wasn't our best game, and we have goals, and we knew that we had to come and fight, and that's what we did today. We came and continued to fight through. We had lots of ups, we had lots of downs, but we stuck together.
This was a huge one for you in the KMAC, of course. Things could have got really complicated with the
Fredericktown
win tonight. So to maintain your edge there, put them out of the picture, how satisfying is it to not just do it on the road in an environment like this?
Yeah, it's really satisfying, but like we still have a main goal. We want to win the KMAC. We still have 2 more league games, and those are really important. We're not going to let up. Tomorrow we're going to come to practice, and we're going to work our butts off.
So for you, the 20 points tonight obviously were huge. You got them off to a great start and then kind of were the closer as well. Tell me just about how you felt out there on the floor. You were all over. It felt like offensively you caught the ball in a lot of different places. Just how do you feel like you're being utilized out there? Because I guess it's everywhere.
I can do anything, honestly. There's not really a certain spot that I have on the floor designatedly. I can bring the ball up, I can post people up, I can attack, I can shoot threes. So I feel like Coach Abner is using my spot really well. So yeah.
Well described, yeah. Pretty much a Jill of all trades. You can be anywhere. And what about defensively? You're kind of the point person at the top of that zone. What do you feel like your role is there?
Get steals, get tips, run outs, and then if, let's say, the wings get it, look for me, I'm going to take off running, and obviously I'm going to try to score.
Well, congratulations. Big win. Moving on to bigger games now that you guys are on top of the KMAC. Are you an NFL fan by chance?
Yes, I am.
All right. Give me some quick thoughts on the Super Bowl matchup and who you're going to pick.
I don't even know. Who is it?
We got San Francisco and Kansas City.
I wish it was the Bengals, but I'm going to go the 49ers.
Going with the Niners. All right. There you go. That's your hot take here from Kayla. Get your bets in now. All right. Thank you for the time. Before we let you loose, looking at that camera, give any shout-outs you'd like.
I want to get a shout-out to my coach, Coach Abner, Coach Evans, Coach Mike. I want to get a shout-out to my parents, my mom, my dad. Shout-out to my friend Julia at home. She really wanted me to give her a shout-out. And shout-out to everyone, all the Centerburg community coming in supporting us through everything. So that's it.
There you have it. Kayla Larimore, your MVP, brought to you by Knox Community Hospital.
From primary care to orthopedics, women's health to pain management, the Knox Community Hospital Centerburg Health and Wellness Center provides excellent care for virtually all your family's healthcare needs. Comprehensive lab services are also offered at our state-of-the-art facility. Podiatry and surgical consultations too. The Centerburg Health and Wellness Center, It's a world of great care right around the corner.
Need a construction team that can do it all? Bo Lacey Construction delivers experience you can trust, done right on time, with free estimates and special financing offered for roofing, siding, gutters, windows, bathrooms, decks, to the highest standards of excellence, quality, and knowledge in the industry. Bring your next project to life with Bo Lacey Construction.
Back here in the Freddies Nest to wrap things up with our post-game show. Big win for Centerburg here on the road, 47-34. They take care of business. I am Brian Skowronski, Tim Maceyko joining me here tonight. And you talked about it at the end of the game. Championship teams tend to look like how Centerburg did here tonight. They had their struggles at times, but they did enough when they needed to. They got a star player in Larimore and took care of business here on the road. Big win.
Yeah, I love the Centerburg team. I really do. I mean, they just have this way of this energy and this desire and this dedication to what they're doing. They know they have goals. I think Kayla said that in the post-game interview, right? They know they have goals. They know what they want to accomplish. They know how to do it, and they go to practice every day, and they're getting after it, and it shows on game day. Never wavered. They knew had to have problems. They knew they made some mistakes, but you didn't see them like suddenly, oh, we better go man now, or we better do this, or we better start pressing. They said, this is who we are.
Sure.
This is what we do, and that's what the best teams do, right? I mean, that's how you win championships. So, hats off to Centerburg for a phenomenal game.
Yeah, they stuck to their principles, and it was good enough here tonight. It's been good enough 13 times on the season. As we dive into the final statistics of the night. And the three-pointers weren't a big difference maker. Larimore hit that one to end the second quarter, gave them a little bit of momentum heading into the halftime. Look at the rebounds, though. Both of these teams averaged well into the 20s. There were so many giveaways that we're just sitting at 16 and 11 for the game. Kind of surprising numbers to me.
Yeah, we didn't see a lot. We had a lot of turnovers, like you said, early on, and then a lot of missed opportunities. It just wasn't a lot of rebounding tonight.
9 of 11 free throws for the Trojans. Freddies never even got to the line.
Yeah, we talked about this. Give the officials credit for letting them play both sides. But there are definitely some calls you could argue and say, we should have got that. But it's very unusual to see a team never get to the line. So was it the officiating, or was it just the fact that did they not attack enough? I don't know the answer to that. I'll let the viewers decide how that played out. But it's unusual.
So for Fredericktown moving forward, they're now out of the KMAC conference race. They'll take on Delaware Christian though here in a couple of days, and sitting at 9-8 on the season. They do get Jillian Boughton back. That is big for them. So you got to start thinking big picture in the second season and the tournament at this point. What are your thoughts and your expectations for Fredericktown here to close out the season, and how they might perform when it gets into playoff time?
Yeah, if Jill can get back in form a little bit, and we saw some moments there from Ella, right? She had some good shots there, and Cally does what she does, and Maya's been phenomenal inside lately, working that baseline, hitting the boards, doing the things she does. If they can put that together, and depending on the tournament draw, they might make some noise for a few games down the stretch. So don't count Fredericktown out by any means. I love what they have as a core. They're still young, too. They're all underclassmen except for Jill.
And a much different story for Centerburg. Everything's still in front of them for the KMAC. They've got the one-game lead. Danville still playing right now against East Knox, and then we got the other big game going down in the league too. But just give me some perspective on this team, what they've accomplished so far, and what you anticipate from them for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I would love to see them have a nice tournament run, right? Because they deserve that. They've worked hard. They've kind of fine-tuned. But, last year I said the Centerburg team is so close. They're so close. They're right there. And then Coach Abner came in and he put that vaunted 1-3-1 in, which I am a huge fan of. I mean, I run it all the time.
Sure.
And Cardington, all those years when they had success, ran the 1-3-1.
Right.
So that defense has given the KMAC as a whole a lot of problems. And it does in leagues like this because of the fact that not all 5 girls can necessarily throw those long cross-court passes. Like you get at a D1 level or something, the girl's a little stronger, or you play in boys, a little different animal with that 1-3-1. But it works really well here, and they run it really well. So give them a lot of credit to sticking to who they are, and hopefully in tournament it continues to work well for them.
Both of these teams out of the conference for the rest of the week, so we'll wait to put a bow on the KMAC championship till next week. But that is it for us here tonight from the Freddie Nest. Got to thank all of you out there for watching us here tonight. Had a lot of fun. The Freddie-burg game, I mean, it really is just one of the best rivalries that we have in this KMAC conference, but maybe the best.
I love it. I love being part of it for 5 years. It's phenomenal. It's a lot of energy.
Big thank you to Alumni Roofing, along with Knox Community Hospital, and SPHERION Mid-Ohio, Home and Kitchen Supply, and LACEY Construction combining to bring you live and free coverage here tonight. And we couldn't have done it without our fantastic staff, Jory Hollenbeck running the top camera, Emma Bell, our sideline reporter and stat tracker. For Tim Maceyko, I am Brian Skowronski saying so long from Fredericktown. We'll see you tomorrow. We've got the Joe Show, we've got Coach's Corner, and we've got a live stream for you as well. So plenty of action coming up tomorrow on the OH Report. But for now, for tonight, we're out of here.